Have you ever met someone and instantly felt you knew them? Connection that defies logic, relationship that changed everything. You thought it was chance, random timing, lucky coincidence. But what if your souls agreed to this meeting long before either of you were born? You signed a soul contract with him before you were born, and recognizing the signs changes everything about why he's in your life. You've probably felt this connection was different, wondered why you can't let go, questioned why this person affects you so deeply, but ancient wisdom and spiritual psychology reveal that certain souls agree before birth to meet, teach, heal, or transform each other. The intensity, the timing, the lessons, the undeniable pull, all evidence of agreements made in the space before life began. Let me show you the signs you're in a soul contract relationship. 1. Instant recognition that defies logic. Meeting them felt like remembering, not discovering. Instant familiarity with a stranger. Your soul recognizes another soul it agreed to reconnect with in this lifetime. Within minutes or hours, feeling like you've known them forever. This wasn't random meeting. This was scheduled reunion. You can't explain why, but you know they're important before anything happens. Comfort mixed with intensity, peace mixed with electricity. Souls carry memory of agreements even when conscious mind doesn't. Love at first sight isn't delusion. It's soul recognition. You agreed to find each other in this lifetime for specific purpose. 2. The relationship triggers massive life changes. After meeting them, nothing in your life stayed the same. You agreed before birth to be each other's catalyst for growth. Career changes, belief system overhauls, location moves, identity evolution. The contract wasn't for comfort, it was for transformation, spiritual awakening, ending toxic patterns, discovering life purpose, healing wounds. Even if relationship ends, the changes remain. They came to wake you up, not to make you comfortable. Some souls agree to be disruptors, not peacekeepers, to allow this person to change you, even if it's painful. Who you become through the contract is who you were meant to be. 3. You can't walk away even when logic says you should. You've tried to leave, succeeded temporarily, but always pulled back. Soul contracts have completion requirements before release is possible. Break up and reunite cycles. Can't fully detach even when apart. There's unfinished business, unlearned lesson, incomplete agreement. Your mind says go. Your soul says stay until the contract completes. Not all relationships that are hard to leave are soul contracts. Some are trauma bonds. How to tell difference? Soul contracts transform you. Trauma bonds diminish you. You'll be able to walk away only when the soul agreement is fulfilled, to stay until both souls learn what they came to teach each other. Once there was a woman who met a man at the exact moment she was about to move to a different country. Last week before relocation, random coffee shop, locked eyes across room, conversation that lasted 6 hours. Felt like coming home. She had job, apartment, new life waiting in another country. Cancelled everything to stay. Couldn't explain why to family. The relationship was intense, transformative, broke her open in every way. Year 1, he triggered every wound, forced her to heal patterns from childhood. Year 2, she discovered her life purpose through lessons he taught. Year 3, relationship ended peacefully. Both transformed. He didn't come to stay. He came to wake me up. The timing, the intensity, the transformation, all too perfect to be accident. He agreed to love me enough to break me open. I agreed to let him. Gratitude without resentment, understanding without confusion. We were never meant for forever. We were meant for this exact transformation. That's the power of soul contracts. Purpose over permanence. 4. The timing of meeting was impossibly perfect. You met at the exact moment you needed them, or they needed you. Soul contracts activate when both parties are ready for the lesson. Right after loss, during transition, at life crossroads, when you stopped looking, this meeting was orchestrated by forces beyond you. Had to be that exact place, time, circumstance for you to meet. Souls don't meet by accident. They meet by appointment, to be available at the predetermined time for the encounter. Everything before them was preparing you for them. 5. They mirror your deepest wounds and greatest gifts. They show you everything you've buried. Trauma, shame, unloved parts. but also dormant gifts. You can't heal what you don't see. You can't embody gifts you don't acknowledge. They trigger you in ways that point directly to your healing work. You agreed to be each other's most honest mirrors. Seeing yourself through them can be devastating. But it's the fastest path to integration and wholeness. Your soul chose someone who would refuse to let you hide. The things they trigger in you are exactly what you contracted to heal. To show each other the truth, no one else will speak. 6. The relationship follows patterns, not logic. The relationship repeats certain themes, lessons, conflicts, despite efforts to change them. Soul contracts often involve repeating scenarios until lesson is learned. Push-pull dynamic, teacher-student roles, healer-wounded cycles. The pattern is the curriculum, not the problem. Once lesson is integrated, pattern dissolves naturally. Trying to force pattern change before lesson completion doesn't work. The contract requires the pattern until it doesn't. To repeat the dynamic until both souls master the lesson. 7. You feel like you've lived multiple lifetimes together. The depth of connection doesn't match the length of time you've known them. Your souls likely have history across multiple lifetimes, understanding each other without words, finishing sentences, knowing their essence. This isn't your first contract together. You've met before. Soul groups reincarnate together to complete different agreements. Transcends this lifetime because it's built across many. The familiarity is memory your soul carries but mind doesn't consciously access. 8. Even after ending, they remain part of your soul. Even if relationship ended, they're woven into who you are. The agreement was to change each other permanently. Years later, still think of them without pain. Gratitude for the transformation. Contract was fulfilled. They completed their purpose in your life. No resentment, no unfinished business. Just acknowledgement of sacred agreement. Soul contract relationships don't end. They complete, to carry forward the growth, wisdom, and transformation they catalyzed. So how do you navigate soul contract relationships? 1. Understand the purpose over permanence. Not all soul contracts are meant to last forever. Some contracts are for healing, others for awakening, others for awakening, others for specific lessons. When contract is complete, relationship may end peacefully. Forever isn't the goal. Transformation is. They may be temporary presence with permanent impact. 2. Lean into the lessons, not just the love. Ask, what is this relationship teaching me? Not just do they love me. The discomfort is curriculum, not dysfunction. Fighting the lesson prolongs the contract. Once you learn what you came to learn, relationship shifts. Soul contracts are classrooms, not just romances. 3. Honor the agreement, even when it's hard. Your soul agreed to this before you felt the pain. Honoring contract doesn't mean staying forever, it means completing the lesson. Your higher self knew what this relationship would require. Some days you honor the contract by staying, others by leaving. Trust your soul knew what it was doing when it agreed. 4. Recognize completion signs, peace without attachment, gratitude without longing, understanding without confusion. When lessons are learned, the magnetic pull weakens naturally. You can finally walk away or stay from choice, not compulsion. Completion feels like exhale after holding breath. 5. Trust that every soul contract serves your evolution. Even painful contracts were chosen by your soul for growth. If they're in your life intensely, there's soul agreement. Every contract moves you closer to your highest self. The hardest contracts often bring the greatest transformation. Your soul is wiser than your human understanding. When you're in a soul contract relationship, 3 truths emerge. The meeting, timing, and intensity weren't accidents. They were agreements made before birth. The purpose is transformation, healing, and growth, not necessarily forever partnership. Your soul chose this connection knowing exactly what it would require and what you'd become through it. Instead of questioning why it's so hard, trust it's exactly what your soul agreed to. Instead of demanding forever, honor the purpose it came to serve. Before you were born, your soul sat in council with other souls and made agreements. I'll meet you there. I'll trigger your wound so you finally heal it. I'll love you so deeply you remember who you are. I'll break your heart so you learn to open it wider. I'll challenge everything you believe so you find your truth. These contracts aren't cruelty. They're sacred choreography. Every soul you can't forget, can't release, can't explain. They're not accidents. They're assignments. And you chose them just as they chose you. Not for comfort, not for ease, but for the transformation that makes you whole. Now you know, if the connection feels destined, impossible, transformative, it probably is. You signed a contract. Honor it, learn from it, and trust your soul knew exactly what it was doing. Like actors who agree to roles before the play begins, you and certain souls agreed to your parts in each other's stories. The script was written before the stage lights came on. Play your part fully. Welcome to Psych Exposed. If you're curious about the hidden truths of the mind and heart, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a fact that could change the way you see life.